we stay good, we're nice. All them things.
Listen, we are here today.
Back again.
Back again.
Come on now. If you're new here, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is OKSissy. We share
that.
OKSissy.
I don't know if you can zoom up in this scenario, but it's giving OKSissy.
Yeah. Big up
Clarissa Lee.
Big up Clarissa Lee Jewelers for the OKSissy necklaces.
Yes,
it's giving. But yeah, if you're new here, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is OKSissy. We are multifaceted, multi-layered, and sometimes men. So if you get into that and you want to learn some more about, queer stuff or
not the sometimes men sending me.
Sissy. So what are we talking about today, Colette?
Well, what has been really up on my mind for a minute is, parents, older family members, and, kind of how the impact they've made on our lives. You know what I mean? Mother's Day passing on May, Father's Day passing on June. We're in the midst of the summer, so, parents have been on my mind. I don't know if you ever have an experience like this, but it just coming on my head. I remember the first time I ever even knew what a slur was or like coming for the gays or anything like that. I learned the term funny man.
So, not funny man.
Funny man. I'm giving the girls comedian. I'm giving the girls humor. I'm giving the girls clownery, bitch. Yes, girl.
So good. I'm doing so good.
So yes, girl, I give the girl them funny man apparently. So the first time I learned what that term was, I was around 4 or 5, and I was in my mother's room, and I was going through her chest of jar or dresser or something like that. Anyways, my find either way, me find her. What they call it, bridal gown, bridal dress, whatever, that thing. Yes, and I put on the veil. Okay. Put on the veil, and I was getting my life. Me just
feeling your bridal fantasy.
Yes, me just looking at the mirror, feeling it. It's giving it. And then my mother come in the room. So me not even jump on, because I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. Me just live my regular life and did put on the veil because I just wanted to look stunning. And she was like, take it off first of all.
Oh my God.
Yes, and 2, then she was like, only funny man do that, and you don't want to be a funny man. Only funny man do that. Go on with your uncle. Because my uncle they come to pick me up to go somewhere. And him did outside the night. So 1 minute I waste time because in the room I put on the veil while he did outside I wait for me. So 1 minute I waste time too. So she was very perturbed about that. But 2, me did have on this veil and me never think nothing about it, but this was the first time I hear a funny man. It was bad to be a funny man. And so this is the first time I realized that there are some things about me that apparently were just a little bit too risque.
Oh my God.
For the public.
I come on, shine, not this back to mind of me.
Oh
My God!
I love it. So after that, me could not be funny. Me can't get joke no more. Me can't be Oliver. After me can't be funny.
No! I'm not saying mean!
It's you painting your nails for me.
Yes.
I'm weak. Anyway, so speaking of uncles though, that actually reminded me of a story when I was maybe 5, 6, 7, somewhere around there when I went to country.
Not country.
Yeah, country, St. Mary. Big up St. Mary, all of my people there. So yeah.
Yeah, they love country BT dubs.
Yeah, I was a huge country girl. I did always go for every summer. Real country living where you have to walk gas shop, when you have to use pit like cleans, girl.
I'm sure when you go to country, them really do want you to lean into your masculinity. Masculinity.
But luckily, actually, I was the one who was more, I was a real town boy, so I was nice and delicate. So they use terms like delicate and dainty and stush. That was what I was given in country. But anyway, so when you go country, summertime, then you have to look at picnic them and listen to songs and I enjoy myself. So there was some song that did around the place, right? And me and my little you know, little cell start wind up the cell.
A long time you didn't put something. Long time you wind up yourself.
Now play number 2. And I give the girls them girl. So my uncle got see me, you know, I give the girls them girl. And him just really start to reprimand me.
You
like
know, catch up the skirt frack, cause a skirt she must see wear now.
Yeah.
Him say, when the girl must wear like that, yeah man, you must go on like man, you have to wrap up yourself, you know, you have to tie goat on, you know, you have to go pasture.
Hello, morning cow.
And you know them things there. So
Well,
I think that was
that fell on deaf ears, baby.
girl, baby.
Nah.
But yeah, that was the first time.
And
I can really remember like a family. Actually, no. That's the first time I remember someone outside of my parents like really coming for me.
So did that affect the way how you like acted, you know, around people in different spaces after that as a child?
Definitely, I remember like when you know in your primary school and you have social and them something there. You know, I was very that girl to be like off in the corner, you know, me not try bubble up myself, although me love the song and me want bubble and a TikTok.
Wow.
You know, like
you know,
really
that's very
affected me in that
interesting
way.
to me. That's very interesting to me because I guess it affected me in that way. Well, let me tell you something. When we did around other people, you know, me with that ear whispering, I ain't going like girl, whatever. But when it came from family, like, you know,
Different story.
Different, you know, like my mother would have said things like, you know, stop hold your hands, so, you know, don't walk, so, stuff like that, you know, right throughout my childhood and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, me did always know, say, you know, I was a little bit more than everybody else. You know, I was made aware. I was made, you know, blatantly aware of it. But I will say, when I got to high school, you know, when I reached high school and so, that was still giving. And you know, my father used to say that a lot to when we did young, but as we reached high school, in this stop said that less my mother though. My mother was not here for it, especially because I was going to an all-boys school and it was, you know, giving very, very that. But I did change the way how I behaved because, you know, I'm always very confident, I'm always very outspoken, I'm always giving this. But in high school, I kind of put that down a little bit, especially when it become like to girls and stuff like, oh, they're supposed to go to, you know, this party or this ball or this whatever. And like, I would have to adopt this new persona, you know, when the girls like that were around and like that was supposed to be a thing. And then the guys were there and then everybody's basically in heat because the boy, them, you know, all boys school we got. So, yeah, because the all boys school we got. So the moment the girl them step put from campus, everybody tongue jump out of their tongue. Everybody ready. And you know I hated those. I hated those times so much because you know she likes all the attention.
Jesus, this bad mind.
Anyways, but you know me would I just have to, you know, watch myself a certain way or walk myself a certain way because it was not giving. It was
for
not giving.
me, I think in high school I had a set of friends within my community where, you know, they were a little more ahead in their sexual exploits. So they put me onto things like, you know, the hub and those kind of things.
What's the hub?
Girl. And the tube.
Oh, I get you.
Yes. And yes.
Not the hub and the tube.
So because that was when I really started to, you know, I delved into the straight end of it, but I also was able to delve into the other end of it as well. So for me, high school was like trying to live a double life in a kind of a sense.
Yes.
You know, because being someone who is, well, at the time I didn't know I was pansexual or whatever, but because that term was, you know, very new.
Oh, very that
new to me. Like,
yeah.
I wouldn't know that at that time.
That
you know,
was just,
you know, it wasn't a thing.
Certain.
But like, I would have to. I always knew though that I was attracted to men to a greater degree because
I like boys, I like pecs, like them arms when they flex.
A long time, the little boy I love, man. You know, watch her over here. Love, man.
So when I went to high school, you know, people are trying to fit this mold where, you know, or not even a mold, but people are just exploring their sexuality. You know, the puberty a kick, the hormone them arise. You know, people start to things. You know, I was more reserved and to myself in a certain sense because I knew that I was different. You know, even one time
Give it to me.
I was one of those girls who even created like a fake girlfriend
It's
account
so
on
fucking
Facebook. Like,
embarrassing.
10, 9. After 9 will come.
This so embarrassing. This embarrassing.
am I really gonna put this on the internet? Like, but anyways, that's my story and it's true.
It is
you
true.
know,
Own it.
Own it. My narrative. Anyways, so her name was Jasleen, you know, named after my favorite top model in America's Next Top Model. Love you forever. You are my favorite. I was gonna name my child Jasleen if I wanted one, and I do want one, so I don't know why I said that. But anyways, Jasleen was her name, and of course it about me and my fake girlfriend.
You know what? This is hilarious to me because I also had a fake girlfriend.
It's an embarrassment.
I didn't make an entire Facebook profile for her. I only just
But they barely have internet, so.
Well, we did have internet, and I was an active Facebooker back in the day.
Did this bitch really just come for me? Nerf.
And somebody did like randomly ask me, not it wasn't random, but we were in a discussion with our boys, and you know, people talk about stuff. And then they asked me, say, yeah man, she named Miranda.
That Miranda? What the hell?
Because Miranda, cause girlfriend iCarly, like the first name pop up in my mind. The first name pop up in my mind, I don't know why. As a matter of fact, even now, if me just got one random fake girl name, I'm Miranda I'm gonna use. Like since that day till now. Oh gosh, they have one last name. And you know how me they get the last name, like me they look for something around and tell them, God, if you get real last name there. If none of them boy remember, oh God, me hope somebody remember already because I went to that
This
bit
is
for
every
a minute.
high school TV movie.
Carrie Budeno, box office.
Did the girl stalk you?
Yeah, they no, eventually they just said that's no thing. Eventually me like, Miranda no thing, because like me didn't go back. Because me did probably did that when me did around, I don't know, 14, 15 or something like that time. By the time I was 16, like me didn't know who me did be and me never did ready for do like fake whatever. But I will say around that time now when I start realizing this about myself, you know. Around this time my parents kind of did stop some things. But remember one time the shady auntie when me have. Shady auntie when me have. What do you want to tell him, girl? I have multiple aunties did today. The shady auntie do I go say, in go on like Shibada.
Oh wow.
What make you feel go on like Shibada? So, and by this time, me are 17, about 16, 17, you know, so me already like cool in myself already. Not like, not even like know what I am, but like me getting them. But me are like, why the girl you come for me?
Stop it, though. You're too awful.
Yeah.
You're too awful. You have to stop it. You're a big bully.
But then my next auntie, who is a good as, was like, and what?
Read her to feel.
And what? What if him go on like Shabada?
What about it?
In that moment, I knew that I had someone in my family that was in my corner. And you had others who were shady girls.
LFA.
Yes, honey.
So, how did that transition though when you went into college and like, you know?
Well, you see, because of my... Because I was more comfortable with myself right before I got to college. I already knew that when I, you know, came to America, I was going to be out and everything. So, you know, there was a period of navigating, you know, all of that with the parents and stuff. But, you know, eventually things and times have to change and, you know, people have to come out, you know, with up on YouTube right now, I talk about being Batman. So,
We're big people.
Yeah.
I didn't know we live a life.
nah. Obviously, that's become a thing. I will say it has been a, you know, ups and downs, struggles. It has been a struggle. It has been a struggle. Like, for example, I did think somebody did out to my father for a while. Like, I thought I was out to him. But then apparently, me never did really out to him. Apparently so.
Girl, you never fully tell him at all. You did not fully tell him at all. Until he heard the words, you were
Listen, my father said on Facebook, checking once again Facebook, that shady girl. Father to one
Oh, is that when the Nelly thing?
Tone, R.I.P. And I was there getting my life, cat to the cat boom, you know, getting my life at the get-go, getting my life. But girl, me did I connect to the Wi-Fi, but every time you connect to the Wi-Fi, you post by your Facebook page, you check in. Me never know that. And the Wi-Fi, she never stable. So I check in, about 15 check in, due to blood clot out the next day. When my father called me. It was a whole thing like me did a girl kind of in the end. Me just say yes, me did that, and you know don't bother tell mommy because you know she's not that girl. She doesn't live for that. And he just said, okay, cool. I'm not gonna tell her whatever. At that moment, made it think somebody out to him now.
But no, you told him that though because you were there to support something or something of that sort. It wasn't that you are a homosexual in there.
Well, no, he said to me, well, girl, me
Him ask you why you did there.
Me wish that me did say something even more fucking pussy. I was like, I was like at the like bar section, like trying to connect to the Wi-Fi to finish like a thing, or it was really some bullshit thing. I wasn't even giving.
So why were you ever under the impression that you did though?
No, because in the conversation I said to him, either way, even if I was there, what is the big deal? And he was like, that this and that, if I look bad for him, whatever. I said, well, listen, I was there. It is what it is, and that is it. As well, if you have a pooper. I'm there one gay club, and you know who I am.
Put 2 and 2 together.
And I like say you never know who me be, because speaking of parents, back in the day, like they would have find things.
Yeah.
They would find
multiple
things.
times.
Multiple times.
Which is why kind of it's taken me aback how my father reacted when he social media again when he saw the Instagram post and
So I did see the Instagram post of the only eye.
Yeah, I think.
Wow.
Or somebody sent him. I don't know. I don't care. Anyways,
people love sending things that they are beer that they could have. Even today, if me post on a very fire pic and it's giving too much, me check the analytics. Me say, then get sent out. Me don't know who them are sent to, but I see you.
It is what it is.
Not going to entertain drama, chaos, confusion, and madness.
Yeah, so when we come out, and my father did say when my father come out, him just say something and then him basically
No, sorry. Next.
The whole point of that was to say that, girl, there were numerous other instances. He actually caught me, blues when you play at night?
Mm-hmm. Not the blues.
I was able
were you
find...
watching it on, was it scrambled on the TV? Or are they real, they can't say everything?
I did real blues.
Oh, okay.
Real blues, and this blues was of a homosexual persuasion.
Oh,
Anyways, him confront me why me I watch the blues and me deny it him copious times say me no homosexual, but obviously me homosexual because which straight person I sit on and watch gay blues?
It don't make sense.
It don't make sense.
No, I mean, in ask you, what things, one of my friend, them entire mama did scan or photocopy whatever messages of mine to my mama, and that became an entire thing. First of all, me and the person never did inner things at all. We were just friends, but we did inner things with somebody else, and that we did not talk about. That's what we were discussing in these messages. And my mama find me and send it to my mama. And that was an entire thing that summer. When we in 2021? Wow, this summer makes 10 years. Yes. Yes. That was the summer of 2011, baby. That was the summer of 2011. And baby made that entire summer not VT.
At all.
Not the
Maybe we
tea.
should cheers to that.
Well, cheers to it, because you know what? They asked me if I was gay and I said no, but guess what? I was. And look at me now, 10 years later.
Not best.
Speaking of full circle moments, so I was actually able to speak to my dad this week. For a long time, I decided that, I was not going to reach out. So...
We're good.
Yeah. So I decided I wasn't going to reach out because,
Yes, me feel away. You know why me feel away?
when somebody says to them not talk to you, why am I going to talk to you? Why am I going to reach out? But, I decided that, in our parents and relationships, sometimes you have to be the bigger person. Or in any sort of relationship that have to do with adults who are older than you, who are of a different generation. Sometimes you have to be the bigger person if you really value and care for that relationship. So after I reached that point, I started to reach out, the last thing he had sent to me prior to this recent conversation was a video. And in that video, and I can link a part to that video, but the video was basically
this video, where every time you see it area, my eye will go deep in the back of my head, you feel like you want to drop out.
Last name, Wrigley's last name, Welch's grape juice last name. Here you are, you think you're buying a product. You are not buying a product, you're buying a name. You think you're wearing a product. Hey, look at this product. No, you're saying look at this family. Your last name is bigger than your first name. I don't care how you got your name, but you need to be living for your last name. Your first name is about you, but your last name is about us. If you are going to leave a legacy, you got to start building now.
The video is legacy. Right. And with this homosexual right here, apparently, he cannot
have
a legacy.
So, maybe this week, actually, I hit him up and I was, just saying, like, can we talk? Can we have an actual conversation? Maybe I can write one another epistle. Because several other times I was, sending epistles and, voice notes and of that nature. Right?
Very that.
But this time I was like, you know what? Let's have an actual conversation because we haven't had that conversation since the last time we spoke. So, this girl was here when we were having the conversation.
Which girl?
You. When we were having the voice note. We were having the voice note conversation. And just to give a summary of it, he was basically giving, I am a father. I have a son who has chosen to be queer. He had all these expectations that I was going to marry, I was going to have a wife, I was going to bear children, and, continue his legacy in this world.
The bloodline.
The bloodline, which is, I guess, what's the point of sending the video. There are any parents out there or any children out there listening to this? I want you to take a couple of things from this conversation that I had with him. If you're a parent, your number one job and your number one priority is to love your child unconditionally. Regardless of the choices that they make in life, some of these things are not actual choices. No one chooses to be queer, no one chooses to be marginalized, nobody chooses to victimize, no one chooses to be basically living in fear for the rest of their life. You do choose, however, if you want to live a life that is full and affirming and what you believe to be your full truth, that's the only choice that you're making. But no one chooses who they're attracted to. It's just...
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
At least that's
a fabulous bitch.
I know, right?
I think I just effed up my nails.
Cute.
Okay.
Hopefully we can, reach that point where we're okay, Like, he doesn't have to accept me. I'm not looking for his acceptance at this point, but I want us to have at least a relationship where we can have conversations, we can have dialogue, and it be okay, It doesn't make, and it doesn't put a strain on his relationship with other persons.
Let it stay where it is, Time will tell, and time is longer than a rope.
See it there?
Anyways, so out of that conversation, what I want parents to know is that, your children's hopes and dreams are equally as important, if not more important, than your hopes and dreams for their lives, right? Like, when you tell your child that they want to be a doctor, that you want them to be a doctor, a lawyer, and you try to steer them and control their lives in a sense into a certain path, there are ways of giving advice without being a complete dictator or a tyrant over someone's life. And I want you to know that regardless of the choices that they make, you should always show up and show out for them, because that's, in essence, is what family is for. That, in essence, is what being a good parent is. And for children, never be fearful of what your parents say. If you want to get that tattoo on you, and you're of age and you're an adult and you're a grown adult and you can make your choices, make that choices. Make that choice, I should say. You can live. The only way you grow and really learn in life is if you make those choices that you want to make, and then learn your lessons that you learned from them, and then not repeat them if there are mistakes made.
Very that. I will say my relationship with my parents have kind of informed, how, I would raise my own kids, honestly, truly.
Definitely.
And I've seen how other persons in my family have raised their kids, and I would like to emulate them. Take the good stuff that I've seen from that and emulate that into how I would want to raise my kids. Kudos to my parents for raising me. As a matter of fact, they raised me to be
who I am today.
There we go. If you're not happy with what it is, honey.
You're a strong, independent.
So, if you're not happy with what it is, it's a you thing, girl. JK. Really, I won't even say that because, a lot of who I am has nothing to do with them at all.
I think so too, yeah.
But a lot does.
Yes, a lot does.
And because persons can be multifaceted,
you have to learn a lot on your own or through your chosen family.
Well, yeah, and that's why chosen family is so important. So, parents and older adults and stuff like that, they can do this, say this, whatever, and that advice is always important. Let me say that advice is many times important. But many times it's a reflection of their lives and not necessarily yours. It's a reflection of how things will look on them and not really about your personal happiness and who you are personally, because parents have an impression of who their child is, and they think that this is the child, so this is what you are supposed to be. This is who you are. I'm going to tell you who you are. When me never tell them who them be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's nobody else who can tell you who you are. You know who you are. So lean into that. Swerve into that.
And if you don't know who you are, leave room for yourself.
Yeah,
to be
people
able
learn
to
who
grow
they
and
are.
explore.
Yes.
And you can't learn if you are in an echo chamber.
Very that.
You can't grow if you're in an echo chamber. So you have to be able to, be flexible, be able to move beyond the fear of what next or what will happen if X, Y, Z happen. So, I mean, everybody's journey is different, so let me not even say that, but we in America right now, bitch. I can say whatever.
Not that.
You serious?
What?
But it's true because being in Jamaica is very different. I would never do OKSissy if I was in Jamaica for fear that I would be prosecuted and stoned and...
Me would not do OKSissy because what my auntie did tell me?
What?
So I'm go on like Shabada. And who are the thing in Jamaica? Shabada.
But that also comes with a certain set of privileges that is not granted to everyone in Jamaica.
True, but if me did not choose for this, then I must have them class privilege if me I got choose for this. In a Jamaica.
Well, who said we don't have the privilege? But I probably have one corporate job where they look at me and be like, you're a liability. Me not like that. So me have to go into something like, who knows? Me don't know.
Well, I would be an actor just like Oliver Samuels because I'm a funny man, as they say. So, you know what? Let's all be funny together, honeys. Comedians, the house down.
And with that said, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it this far, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are...
Go ahead, people who know sign language knows that was just the letters of like, comment, share, subscribe.
We're all for accessibility. So with that said, guys, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tune in to our next video coming out whenever. And you guys have a great, prosperous week. I hope that you learned something from this video. We are a hot bubble of mess, but hopefully you learn to be a better person and a more tolerant person in the future.
Bye! Fuck. God, I broke up my throat back.